Unless enough Slay the Spire theory has been written that ChatGPT can autocomplete correctly. So what happens if you ask ChatGPT how to play Spire? If you're me, is it like regurgitates my own forum posts to me, but gets them wrong, which isn't very useful for playing Slay the Spire well. But I sure wrote the body of material, or at least a substantial amount of the body of material that ChatGPT is trained on, for when you're asking it about Slay the Spire. I think just remove 2? I don't know. I want this 4 elite path. You're glad I'm being fairly compensated for that work. Hey, me too. Me too. Okay, Hemokinesis means we already won the run, I think. Should we just go next? It would be funny to have ChatGPT versus Jorbs on the same seed. This is just like you're all like, you don't even understand how much worse Chat, like what you're saying doesn't make any sense. What choices should I make this turn? I have to log in to analyze files and images for free. Do I even have an account? I remember the last time I used ChatGPT. If ChatGPT nailed a D&D character background for you, that is so embarrassing. Your D&D character background could be auto-completed by something just like reading the internet. That is, what are you playing D&D for? That is embarrassing. Last time I used ChatGPT... Oh... Sometimes I quote ChatGPT at people who are being idiots on Twitter. That's... There you go. What should I do this turn? It wants me to go aggressive and use Hemokinesis Strike on this turn. The enemy has 13 health. To be honest, that's better than I thought it would do. Fire breathing in a slime boss act is like fine. Kills sentries. What am I doing right now? Removing a card. Okay. This site, I just take some damage and then fire breathing kills them. I definitely take some damage first. Wing boots. Is that more elites? It's one more elite. Could run a Sever Soul. I'll grab a Sever Soul. Combustiver? I'll take a combust and then we'll get a rupture and then we'll do some stuff with that. Nice one, Smut Cop. Really happy for you and your D&D character. Would I like a Sentinel? Eventually I would like a Sentinel. Sure. Ironclad's just like straight up plus 14 health on this site. Yup. Defect died. Defect died to Alcampione. A powerful enemy. The last time I used AI and felt like I had gotten something out of it was when I was making Frosthaven character names. And it's a lot because I'm playing like 4 characters at once. You have to think of 4 character names like at the same time. So I was like, holy shit, this is a lot of work. So I told it vaguely about what the characters were and asked for some suggestions for names for them. And they were all, not only were they all so like generic and gross, that it inspired me to think of things different from that. But also, I told it about completely different characters and it suggested the same names for them. So it did an excellent job of, like, clarifying the, like, the autocomplete space so that I could successfully identify things which weren't that to call them instead. I'm going to take a demon form, and I'm going to regret that my bottled flame isn't a bottled tornado. Did it try to justify why the names were appropriate? I don't think so. I don't remember. Certain Needle's a good relic. Armaments is not a bad card here. Not a bad card at all. Sword Boomerang's not that bad either. Spot weakness. Spot weakness doesn't really work against Slime Boss. I could take one Heavy Blade. This looks like a Snecko Eye deck, actually. Let's take one Heavy Blade. Kind of fucking around right now. I have elites without Lagavulin. Is it true? Damn. Where's my Lagavulin at today? Hey, Storax. Have I ever had a 6 Elite Act 1? Probably? I don't know. Is the honest answer? Probably. Played a lot of the game. And it's definitely possible to get 6 in Act 1. I've certainly never gotten 7. I'm just gonna upgrade Demon Form because it's like the impactful card here, I think. What's the most you can get without boots? 4, I think. Pretty sure it's 4. ChatGPT died to lice. Unlucky. It'll get him next time. Alright, we're out of here. Okay, just take Immolate. Have Fire Breathing and Combust, but they're not very good AoE solutions for the fights where you need AoE. And Fire's whatever. I have to choose between Pyramid and Snecko. That's rough. Why couldn't I have had like half of this RNG for the defect run? I needed half of this for defect and half of it for Ironclad, not like all of it for Ironclad. You gotta spread it out, you know? Snecko is incredible with Ice Cream, and it's also incredible with like Demon Form plus Heavy Blade Shockwave Immolate. Sever Soul. Like, this is a very, very good Snecko spot. The problem is that Pyramid might be even better. That is the issue. This Pyramid is fun. I think Pyramid's more fun because your cards don't all cost 3, to be honest. Snecko might be the least fun boss relic in the game for me. It might be worse than Choker. I'm gonna take Snecko here. I'm not sure which one is right. What does Pyramid do? Lets me play my cards whenever I want to, by retaining them. It's not a bad turn 1 for my Snecko choice. Just take an uppercut. I think it's fine. I do have 417 gold, so probably we go to the shop. Dark Embrace is very good. Whirlwind is actually very good too. When was the last time I clicked sleep at a library? You basically only do that if you're about to die to an elite. Which, like, sometimes you are about to die to an elite. So it's not impossible. Removing cards is pretty good. The other buttons here are not as good, unfortunately. I just take 2 strength and elites. I do have another, I don't know, 8 elites in front of me or something. Maybe 9. Maybe 9 more elites. Could also just go Eternal Feather. Take more damage in the elite fights, but then heal. The thing about Snecko, though, is that you skip a lot more than with other boss relics. We might not get to a point where this is healing me for much more than, like, 15 per campfire. It's still a lot of healing. I think we do a Sling. Sling's also 100 gold cheaper. Does Sling work on bosses? It's just elites. Sling doesn't work in this fight. This fight is not an elite fight. Seeing red. I do have a Dark Embrace. I could just get another elite right now, actually. I'm certainly taking corruption if it's offered. I'm gonna try a Seeing Red. It might not end up being great. This is fine. The first fight in the Coliseum an elite fight. It is not. The second one is, though, I think. Pretty sure that's true. Get 'em, boys! You know, I just kind of assumed this would be enough. 34. Kind of enough. Fenza bricks. Got a Sever Soul and a Dark Embrace. Flame Barrier is a card. Fire breathing, pretty bad right now. I'd like a heal on top of the card remove. Like, removing strike's fine. But I think a heal to make sure I get through these 3 elites is even better. We can get rid of fire breathing. I could also get rid of Inflame, maybe. Maybe Inflame's worse. Beholstein! Did it ever Hemokinesis? What if it's Hemokinesis? Now I even have Strike Dummy, so like the strikes don't even hit for much less than Hemo. Okay, I changed my mind. Because this is also like, in fights, fire breathing removes itself by being played. Be good. Let's see, average value of Seeing Red with Snecko. Depends if you also have Combust. I say Combust? Corruption, sorry. Confusing. Depends if you also have Corruption. Which I would certainly like to have. Sundial. Sundial does go infinite with Snecko, yeah. You get double Pummel Strike Plus. On average, they cost 1.5. So it costs 3 on average to get 4 shuffles. So to get 12 shuffles costs 9 and gives you 8 energy. So that doesn't actually go infinite. Alright. A nice thing about seeing red is I can play it when it costs small amounts and not play it when it costs large amounts. Yeah. It's actually really hard to, like, sufficiently evaluate how good it is. Not a situation where you can just kind of eyeball it. I guess you can always eyeball it, you just might be wrong. Either Shockwave or a Bloodletting. Could upgrade Bloodletting and do some stuff with that. Bloodletting is a good enough card that it is plausibly pickable, costing anywhere between 0 and 3. If it always cost 3, you wouldn't pick it. There are decks which would take Bloodletting at 2 cost in Slay the Spire, which is just one of the filthy things about Slay the Spire. You're starting to think the game is complex and makes it difficult to quickly and easily evaluate every option. Wild claim. ChatGPT says... Oh, I've closed it already. ChatGPT says, it looks like you're in a combat encounter in Act 2 against 2 spikers and a bandit leader. Here's what I see. Smart play options are to check the spiker mechanics. Spikers deal thorns damage when you attack them. They currently show the thorns icon. Avoid attacking them with multiple small attacks or multi-hits unless you have high block. Prioritize efficient damage. Seeing red, 0 cost for +2 energy is almost a must-play for more options this turn. Combust is very useful versus the spikers. Its suggested turn is to play Seeing Red, giving me +2 energy, so I will now have 5 total, and then play Combust for 1, leaving 4 energy left. Play Armaments, upgrading a key card, preferably Immolate or Bash, if not already upgraded. And play Immolate, and take 2 Thorns damage. And then if I have energy left, which it's not sure about, I should Bash or Heavy Blade the leader. Final thoughts, this turn is all about tempo. Next turn I can clean up with Heavy Blade. Apparently it thinks I have Runic Pyramid as well. I think reading that made me worse at the game. Limit Break? Fun card. Was that turn about tempo? That's a good point that I hadn't thought about. Oh, ChatGPT is incredible at telling you what you want to hear. Like, it's optimized on keeping people using it, right? Pocket Watch. Pocket Watch is not a bad thing. I think this deck might be good enough to not take Juggernaut. Could take Clothesline, don't really want it. So it's just kind of automatic from here, it feels like. Let's grab an armaments upgrade. Trained on Reddit posts. Oh god, run for your life. Also, aren't most Reddit posts just ChatGPT anyway? Let's look for one more limit break. Fire is okay. Coffee drippers, fine. I don't think we care about 5 transforms, we just remove cards during the fight anyway. Where'd the champ go? This deck was better than the defect deck. 1, 2, 3. 3 elites this act, and then 1 next act. So we're getting a pretty good sling of courage value, I would say. I think I want 2 shops. If all I do at the shop is remove a strike, it's a good floor. We've been checking LinkedIn for new job applications, and it scares you that most likely the posts there aren't made by ChatGPT but by real people. I feel like not that many of them. Surely most of them are made by ChatGPT at this point. Well, that wasn't very good. I don't know how much I'm really taking other than Hand of Greed and Apotheosis here. Yeah, I don't think I'm taking those ones. Nash is like okay. Purity might be okay. The Wield tends to do really well with Snick Eye. Feel No Pain's very good in our deck, obviously. Mind Blast is surely an answer. That's good thinking. An answer to the question of how can I lose this run. Mind Blast was very good in Endless. It actually wasn't the best thing you could do in Endless, but it was oppressively good enough that it got nerfed in the main game, so it would be worse in Endless, which is... I don't know. I guess I don't know that for sure. Maybe the devs thought it was good in the main game too. But yeah, the actual Endless thing was like setting up like infinite intangible on turn 1 or whatever. Something like that. It's been such a long time since I last thought about Endless. Shit, what would ChatGPT do here? See this? Oh, I think I wanted to attack that one. Whoops. I should remember that the turn is all about tempo. It's important to remember things. I think I'm good with my 2 Burning Pacts. Don't want Rage or Pummel. If Endless inevitably ends your run... Does Endless inevitably end your run? I genuinely don't know. I feel like it doesn't inevitably end your run. And you can actually just play forever. But it is certainly possible I'm wrong. Aren't there, like, innate curses that get added? Maybe? I genuinely don't know. That seems like a thing there would be. Only 3 per run, so you can just remove them. That also sounds believable. Oh, you're like dead. Okay. That felt faster than I was expecting. Reaper. It's a brimstone spot? It's a captain's wheel spot. Trigonometry thanks for 35 months. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Happy not quite 3 years to you as well. Oh God. Duvu doll. I wonder if computers made the world better. Yes, right? Probably. Questionable. Better is relative. It is. Oh, I shouldn't have played Last Defend, because I have Pocket Watch. Forgot how broken my deck was. My bad. It's just remarkable as I get little bit older and have seen the world change in a couple of ways, to feel like as a kid I thought that the world changed for the better. Like I thought that the reason something new happened in the world was that it was better than what we used to do. And like that just like isn't true. just completely untrue. Goodbye, Reptomancer. Potion belt's nice. Corruption. I had been saying that I'd take corruption for sure if I got it. Now that we're actually here, I'm not sure I will. Doesn't feel like I'm struggling to exhaust my cards. It's really, really noticeable to me that I used to center Ironclad builds around corruption plus skills. So like you intend to have a corruption and you intend to have enough skills to exhaust them all to win the fight, basically. And now I center Ironclad runs around Dark Embrace and Engines. So Dark Embrace is easier to get than Corruption. It's uncommon instead of rare. And you can still exhaust your deck down, but it doesn't make it so your skills all have to exhaust, so you can keep the skills which are important around. Yeah, I think that's where I am right now, so I think I'm not taking Corruption. Like that was kind of like a slow change, because when I started playing the game, Dark Embrace was rare and Corruption was uncommon, so it was very like centered on the Corruption synergies, because you could find Corruption more easily than you could find Dark Embrace. And then it changed, so you could find Dark Embrace more easily than you could find Corruption, and a consequence is now I'm building my decks differently. Like even before I found either of them, I have to be building with the fact in mind that it's easier to find Dark Embrace than it is to find Corruption. And making decisions appropriately. I had 1 to 2 entrenches and barricade. That would be nice if I had 1 to 2 entrenches and barricade. I don't think it would matter very much what I did if I had 1 to 2 entrenches and barricade. I think focusing on Dark Embrace is the strongest Ironclad playstyle. Oh, I have no idea. This has ended up being quite a lot stronger than the Pyramid would have been. The Pyramid would also have won, pretty sure. This has been good. You think Dark Embrace is a good card? Me too. Turns out people can agree. You love to see it. If my whole deck was in trenches, I stay up at night pondering that question. Is this my playlist? This is what happens if you ask Pandora to make you a playlist. Seated on Royal Lotus. You are excellent. Do the developers regret Time Eater? I hope not. Time Eater is sweet. There are cards on my deck. Not actually true, I had a Burning Pact still. Let's just upgrade Limit Break. The rare Cauldron pickup? Holy shit. Often you get to see someone pick Cauldron. What an incredible relic, by the way. It's not bad at all. Could have had double fruit juice. Yeah, it's okay. You want to buff Cauldron? If I may, I would like to remind you that Cauldron was the best relic I could purchase in this run. Look at how strong this run is, and then consider that Cauldron is, out of all of the relics available, the one that I chose. Full health? Seems good. Why Snecko Oil when you have a Snecko Eye? Just the thing it does. It draws 5 cards and re-randomizes your hand. It's really strong. I'm really strong? Oh, thank you. We just hold on to Fiend Fire for later. May, how are you? Melody, hello. Sorry to hear you've been sick. Hope you're feeling better soon. Is it time to kill it yet, or? It's Katy Perry in chat. I bet that's the real Katy Perry. I think it's fine to go to space if, like, a billionaire offers to take you to space. I don't really get the hate. On El Jefe, for sure. I get that. How am I doing? Oh, I'm doing great, Katy Perry. I am a big fan of I Kissed a Girl and I like it. Liked it? Liked it. It's a banger. That one was inspired. Are my streaks okay? Not really. I kind of lost with every character right then. So my streaks are all terrible. If you were stuck in a small space with Jeff Bezos, with no ability to leave that space, and then after a while you were let out, are you trying to tell me you wouldn't be kissing the ground? Like, in tears, shaking? Get out of here. There's no way. Biting him doesn't do anything. He doesn't feel anything. How would I know? Have I bitten him? I peed on his lawn once. One of my proud